This will be a good time to do our interview.
Yeah.
So I have a guest today, a special guest, and we met yesterday. And would you like to introduce yourself?
I'm originally from Taiwan, and I've been traveling around the world for 5.5 years. And I literally just met Dad yesterday because I was hitchhiking at Niagara Falls, heading for Buffalo, and he and his friend picked me up, and he demonstrated very good American hospitality because I stay in his hotel. Yeah, and he's going to bring me to the south today.
So why are you going south?
Because I'm going to Mexico, going to Central America for the winter, because I don't have a home. I have a home. When you are traveling, I don't stay in a hotel. I don't stay in a hostel. I stay in my tent, or I sleep in people's house.
All right. Do you have well, real quick before I forget too, do you have a website in case people want to check it out?
Okay. hitchhikingtravel.wordpress.com. It's very easy. Hitchhiking. I'm hitchhiking. I'm a traveler.
Yep.
hitchhikingtraveler.wordpress.com.
All right. Cool. So.
Yeah.
How many countries have you been to?
56.
And what would your favorite countries be?
France and New Zealand. Yeah, because when you visit a country, there's a lot of things you can visit. There's a lot of aspect you can see. Culture, landscape, and for me, France and New Zealand, it's just for me. I felt really happy, and I learned a lot in these two countries about humanity, about everything.
So a lot of Americans, I have family in Paris. A lot of Americans are under the impression, everybody tells me when I say, oh, I'm going to go to France, they say, oh, the French are horrible people, they're rude, this and that.
No.
Why? That's a big myth. That's a big American myth.
Yeah, that's stereotype. That's not just Americans think that. When I was in Europe, the German people, the English people, a lot of European people, they think like this. But when I personally travel through France like this, hitchhiking, and asking people if they can host me, I receive tremendous, I was traveling in France for 4 months and I never camped. I never have to use my tent. In the city, I just asking people, can I sleep in your house? And in the countryside, people answer me and I ask them directly, it was a piece of cake.
So how long have you been in North America?
2 months, a little bit more than 2 months, 9 weeks.
9 weeks? And where did you start?
I started in Miami, and so I hitchhiked from Florida to Georgia. After Georgia, I went to South and North Carolina, and then Virginia, Washington D.C., New York, Upper New York, and then Vermont, New Hampshire, and then Maine. And after Maine, I crossed the border to Canada, went to New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, Prince Edward Island, and then Quebec, Ontario, Niagara Falls. Now I'm back to the United States.
And where are we today?
Today we are in Erie.
Erie, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, Erie, Pennsylvania.
And do you, Presque Isle?
Yeah, Presque Isle, yeah.
So what is the greatest lesson that you've learned maybe from all of your traveling? And
humanity. And also I learned about if you really want something, if you have a dream, you really need to chase it. It doesn't matter like how difficult, how high it is. And I think there is no destination for your life. A lot of people ask me why you are doing this, what's the destination, what's the point, There's no such thing, I think people think life too complicated. They complicate things too much. Life is too short to complicate things. I think at the end of the day, you feel content of yourself. You feel happy. I mean, like, you feel truly happy. That's enough. If you like to play video game or watch movie like all day, and at the end of the day, and you feel really happy, like truly happy, like you kill a lot of monsters, and you feel really happy, you feel content about this, go fucking do it. You
Yeah.
know? Life is short, you know. You don't need to feel guilty about it. You don't need to worry about, you know, your friends and your parents criticize about you that all you do is playing Warcraft or whatever, just killing a monster and wasting all of your life, you know, like your time. You don't need to worry about this, you know.
But how would you compare that to traveling though? I mean, because I think a lot of people would say traveling is a lot more awesome than sitting inside all day.
Yeah, but for a lot of people, they don't. I have met people, they don't like traveling. You know, they just like to, you know. There's so many people and they all have their different kind of lifestyle and whatever, you know. So it's just, I'm just crazy for traveling and I love meeting people. So
When did you leave Taiwan?
2010, 1st of May.
And you went to?
I went to Australia, New Zealand, Southeast Asia, China. Then I went to Europe, traveling in Europe for about 2 years, into every single country except Iceland, because I cannot hitch there.
Yeah, you can't hitch in Iceland. I've heard that on the ring road.
Yeah,
right?
and I didn't have enough money to buy the plane ticket.
Yeah.
You know, Iceland, I bet, is a really beautiful country. And then after Europe, I went to Middle East, went to Turkey and Iran. And
what would you say? So a lot of Americans have a big fear of Iran, I think, due to the media and stuff like that. What was your experience there?
No, for me personally, I think Iran is a pretty safe country. You know, like Iran compared to South America is so much safer than South America.
How did the
Or
people
Latin
treat you?
It was one of the most hospitable people I have ever met. In Iran, in Turkey, I never camped. Also, you know, and I mean, French people, they are really open-minded because they travel a lot. I mean, Iranian people, they cannot travel because their passport is really inconvenient. They need wherever they go, they need a visa. So they basically, most of the people I met, they never left Iran.
So they were probably happy to meet you, being an outsider.
Yeah, and they are really curious about foreigner, you know. So Iran is a very interesting country to visit, you know. And
Did you ever feel like you were scared?
Unsafe? No.
Unsafe?
Never.
What country, have you ever felt unsafe in any country?
Yeah, I feel a little bit unsafe in the big city in Colombia and Brazil.
Bogota? Or?
No, in Medellin, which is like second largest city.
Okay.
Yeah, a little bit, but not, you know. And then in Brazil, yes, in São Paulo, which is the largest city in Latin America, in South America. It's about almost 20 million people live there. Yeah.
So what are your thoughts on the Americans you've met so far? People have been nice, or have?
Yeah. It's so interesting to hitchhike through United States of America, because you just meet every tiers, every aspect of every different kind of people, you know. And there's a lot of crazy people, weird people, but there's a lot of generous and kind people.
Yeah.
And you never know, you know, what kind of story you're going to experience, encounter every day.
Yeah.
You know, it's just people are so different, you know, and every states are different, the culture are different. Like I went to the Bible Belt around like North Carolina, South Carolina, you know, like you get to a small town, they have like more than 100 church. You know, like every state is so different and so interesting to visit United States, because you guys have so many people, like 350 million people. And for me, compared to Canada is it's boring compared to United States about meeting people. You know, I mean, Canada is an awesome country to visit also, but I personally really love just hitchhiking and travel through the United States. It's such an awesome experience.
Did you come to America with any like preconceived stereotypes that you may have heard from other people?
Yeah,
like
okay.
Americans are this, or they might be like this. You know, nothing. It doesn't have. It's bad or good. I don't care. You know what I mean? I'm not insulted. I don't think anyone else is either. But
I have heard a lot, because I met a lot of American traveler when I'm traveling, and they always tell me that don't do hitchhiking in America.
Yeah.
Nobody will pick you up. And it's very dangerous to do that in the United States, you know, there's a lot of crime.
So who picked you up yesterday? Were they dangerous?
No, yeah. So it was great. Yeah, I always know that you don't just listen to whoever just tell you something, and just whenever someone tell me something, I always put them in my library, and I will go
have your own experience.
Yeah, by myself.
What advice would you give to somebody that wants to get into like traveling the way that you do?
Just be optimistic, stay positive, and I don't know, just smile and just
Have a good time.
yeah, just be open-minded and just enjoy.
So
You're going to enjoy a lot if you do something. Like
you photographed a lot of these countries and people, right?
yeah. It's very interesting.
And that's all on your website?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
and so you have a YouTube channel as well?
Yeah, I do have a YouTube
Okay,
channel.
so, and this is probably, hopefully where this will end on mine, but
Yeah.
So do you want to go through your, tell us what it's,
The how to get to the
Yeah, your website.
It's called Sirus Lin. It's SIRUS space and Lin, LIN.
Sirus Lin?
Sirus Lin, yeah.
And that is YouTube?
Yeah, you just
Okay.
go to YouTube and search this.
Okay, and your
Yeah.
videos, your channel will come up or
Yeah,
something?
my name's Lin. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
and so what about your website one more time?
Hitchhiking Traveler
Hitchhiking Traveler
.wordpress.
.wordpress?
Word like
Oh, WordPress.
Like one word, two
Okay.
words, three words.
So Hitchhiking Traveler .wordpress.
WORDPRESS.com.
.com? Okay, cool.
WordPress.
And what would you say if your parents or your family was watching right now? What would you have to say?
I love you guys so
Yeah.
much. Yeah. I know you guys think I'm crazy, but I still love you guys.
Yeah.
They really think I'm crazy, and they really think that one day I will get killed if I keep doing this.
But what do they follow your blog and they look at your photos and stuff?
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Are they content knowing that you're happy doing this?
Yeah, I guess so.
That's
they
cool.
they still think that I should go back to Taiwan and stop doing this. Yeah, but I love it. This is my life, and I want to do it.
That's awesome.
Nobody can stop me. And that's one thing I at the end of this I really want to say this. This is very important, which I learned from my traveling. Like, somebody can take away your car, your house, even your wife, even your children, your sibling, your lover, your money. But there's one thing nobody can take away from you. That is your experience. It's always staying there. Unless you have Alzheimer's disease, But I have met someone who has Alzheimer's disease, but he still kind of remembers. So
That's cool.
yeah, so this experience, what experience you have, it will stay with you forever, and this is priceless. So if you want something, just go get it. At least give it a go. And don't be afraid of whatever people think of you or whatever. This is your life. You don't live on. It's not other people's.
You do this for yourself.
Yes, exactly. Life is short. It's too short. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful day at Presque Isle, and there's what lake is that? Michigan? Right? No, Lake Erie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry. We're Erie, Pennsylvania, Lake Erie, and we are out.
How many minutes is that?
Almost 15.
Wow.